it's Jenny from the Cross Stitch Emporium, and I'm back a little early this week for a couple of reasons. One, we get to go pick up Drew this weekend, so we'll head out Friday sometime and be back on Saturday. Just a quick down and back, just Colorado Springs. But let's not talk about that. Let's talk about the store. There's so many things happening right now. Deep breaths. I just paid a bill to Cedar River. I'm so excited. I just reordered. I sent a bill off to Corinne at Grace Notes this week. I've got to get a hold of Mike from Atomic Ranch. I'm thinking I'm going to get a hold of Randy from the Stitch Me and see if I can't get into her monthly shop club. I don't know. A lot of things to think about. And I registered for Needlework Marketplace for next year. And what else did I do? I don't know. There's a lot. I don't have gassed up yet. No, yeah. Let me just take you a spin around my room and then we'll sit. So if you're seasick, look away for a minute. But here's what we got going on. All of that on the floor. There's me. All of that on the table. All that. Okay, keep your eyes closed. I'll have you sit down in just a second if you get seasick. Oops. I don't know where we were going there. All of that has got to be done tonight and ready to go tomorrow. I've got my point of sales in. I just got a lot going on and I'm excited about doing all of it. But I have to clean my bathroom sometime between now and tomorrow at 10. That's the deadline. Tomorrow by 10, bathrooms have got to be cleaned. I don't even know why, but that's my deadline. All right. Let's talk about it. All right. I am a cross stitch store. We opened in March. I am primarily online right now, but I have my first shop in a box event tomorrow. I'm just taking some fun stitches. Nancy, my sister, and Amy, our good friend, they're going to come up from Gillette and hang out. And so we hope people will stop by and maybe stitch a little bit at our table and, learn a little bit about cross stitch, maybe not. And I don't know, I just thought it'd be fun. I didn't want the floss ball over. That's really bothered me way over there. But because the chaos in this room, had I stopped to do that, we wouldn't be filming this FlossTube till probably next week. So I thought, I promised you last week I'd be back this week with linen. And so I've got that pulled right over here. You don't see that. Anyways, there's never a dull moment, ever. So I first want to just really say thank you for all of those who supported the celebrations kickoff. I have a few patterns left. I hardly have any. I have a couple pieces here and there, not of the dark navy, but of darker fabric that I talked about last week. I did not pull that this week since it was on last week's video. And I have no Michelle left. I did order it. And Corinne was sweet enough. They're dyeing it this week. She said it'd be in the mail either end of this week or early next week with the rest of my Grace Notes fabric. So there's still more fabric coming. And did I tell you Cedar River? No, maybe I didn't. Cedar River, I just got the notification that my number 2 order is in the mail. And my number 3 order, Jody said, would probably be here next week or in the mail next week. So lots of linen coming. And Ada, like I said, I just call everything linen. I know, I gotta have the right words, but that's what it is. Like, I don't discriminate. All right. I've got a couple orders to take the post. Oh, okay. Let's talk about all the fun things that I'm going to take down with me. So I was trying to think of like things that, would be fun to have and not super hard to set up. So we bought these magnetic boards. Kind of fun. Aren't they fun? So I'm going to take Ziggy's needle minders with me. So we have the new summer ones. So red, white, and blue patchwork, red, white, and blue sparkles. This flag with some daisies. I love it. I have a few of the stitch left. I have a few of the Oh, these are the new ones, the Live, Love, and Laugh, and they come in the different colors. I have a few bees, a few of the ladybugs. The trucks are new. And then, of course, we've got what I'm calling the jack minders. They're my jack, but they're in the, these are all in the shop. And so I thought, I'll take them. How fun. I don't know, they make me happy. So I have that display set up in there with the needle minders. I'm telling you, this room, one wrong boom and this room will implode. All right, I have got, oh, let me show you these really cool baskets. They're there. There's one right here. So I bought them for the shop, but in buying them, so they have hangers on the back. I won't be using those tomorrow, but they set up really nicely. Oh, it's genius. So that's what we're going to bring. And so I picked a few patterns, like this is Heart and Hand, and I picked the 4th of July, and I picked a Honey of a Thrill. Since it's summertime and bees are busy making honey, I thought that was appropriate. I'm going to take Lucy Bean's Swans. I got the Summer Swan and the Pumpkin Swan. And I think I'm actually going to start this one while I'm downtown. Maybe I'll start it tonight, so at least it's got a beginning. And then while I'm stitching, because, you know, I'm going to stitch so people see what we're doing. Get them excited about it. But I did finish and framed this frame. This is my Strawberry Swan. She's super cute. I love her. So we're going to take her with us tomorrow. And the frame, Nancy bought this frame for something that she was going to use it for, but it did not fit. But I was like, oh, and I just laced the back, but so I can use the frame for every season if I want. Because like I said, I'm going to do the Summer Swan, the Halloween Swan. There may be a few more. I'm not sure. She's not quite centered in there. Don't look too close. All right. I am going to take some Annie fabric, or not fabric. Hello. Oh, yes, Patriotic U. I'm going to take a bunch of Patriotic U stuff, and I finished mine. I FFO'd mine. Well, minus the braid around her. I've got to get that figured out, but check her out. She gets a little lost in these leaves. I gotta get a, hang on. Instead of, that's kind of crazy. All right. Is she not the cutest? I'm gonna do a little embellishment around the edge. And I thought she would look cute in here with this lamb tray that I've got. I just got to make her stand a little higher, which isn't hard to do. I'll just get a little box so she stands up a little higher. Anyways, I finished her, and I love her. I had some second thoughts, like a gazillion second thoughts on this fabric, but I just think it pops, and I love the way the white on the back. So I just took 2 pieces of sticky board and mounted them. Helen D gave us these at the Library Stitchers Retreat, and I had seen them, but I ordered a bunch. They're just great. Stick them on there. I'll put a little, like I said, I still have to finish her sides. Well, I just kind of lose energy at that point, and so I'll get us something to make her stand up a little higher in there. So we'll take that with us, and I don't want her to fall down. No falling down. We'll stick her over here for now. And then I finished my other Real Queen. So this is Nancy's. I just thought it was a cute finish. I don't know if she'll take it home or she'll leave it in the shop. I don't know what she'll do with it, but that one's done. I still have copies of Real Queens. I did not re-kit it up with the DMC DMC is, I feel like it's readily available. If you don't have it, send me a note. I have all the floss for it. I'm just not going to sell it in the packs anymore, just because. And I have a good reason. What else? What else? What else? Oh, all right. Well, I think we're ready to talk linen. Oh, no. Let me show you this really cool tree. Is this tree just not awesome? I'm going to call it my charm tree. I'm just going to take it so it can hang, be part of our decoration. I think I'm just going to find different charms to put on it and accessories. These are a bunch of them. I've built a bunch of these. And I'll just find some beads every year or every season and swap them out. That'll be my charm tree. My friend Kim gave me that tree. She just... First, I need to thank a whole bunch of people. One viewer who asked to remain anonymous. I was going to say unanimous, but it's anonymous. She sent the most fabulous package. It arrived on Monday. Now I knew I was getting something in the mail from her, but my point of sale system was also arriving, and so my husband said, "Hey, you got a bunch of boxes." I was like, "Just toss them in the just set them in the room, and I'll take care of them on Tuesday." And we didn't have AC in our store on Monday. It was broken. It was repaired on Tuesday, but it was hot. Our building is a east-west facing building, so in the afternoon when those bricks heat up, it's hot. And I was sweating it out with the oldies in there. So I came home and I was overheated. And it took me a minute to get myself back together. Anyways, off for that. Tuesday when I started cutting open boxes, I mean, the tears just started. It was the most generous, giving set of, I don't know. I'm like, how can I repay you? And she said, my kids are just going to take it to Goodwill. So if you can use it, use it. So I am going to put every piece of that to good use. And I'm going to try to offer that back to you in some way, shape, or form. So that's what my plan is with all the goodies that she sent us. All right, what else? My friend Kim sent me the tree. She's like, I bought it for my house. I don't think I'm going to use it. And I'm like, oh, I have the perfect idea. I mean, isn't that going to be fabulous? 1 in the shop, but 2 in the box, shop in a box. I'm excited to see how it works out tomorrow. All right, and my friend Laura and I have the same birthday. It's pretty cool. But she's from Costa Rica. She went to StitchCon this weekend, and I got a box from her. And she did warn me. She asked me if she could stitch a few things for the shop, and I said absolutely. She asked me what, and I'm like, whatever you want. Though I might not have that specific pattern, I might have that designer. And it's good for people to be able to see what that designer's designs stitch up like, in my opinion. You don't have to have the exact one, but you know, maybe you're not into Halloween, but you like the look of how folk art looks. Or, you know, Teresa Kogut does a wide variety. She does some religious stuff. She does real prim stuff. She does some little quirky things. I don't know. I just think, you know, just look at, it's like Blackbird. You walk in and you either love Blackbird or you don't. Prairie Schooler. You love Prairie Schooler or you don't. You just have to see a couple of them stitched to get a feel for them. So that's what I'm really hoping to run into, is just to stitch a few things and then have them in like areas. Like you can walk in and there's an X area and there's a Y area. I don't know. I haven't quite got the whole layout of the store planned, but we're working it. And so that's what I'm doing. Anyways, I appreciate it. I have stitches from Kim and stitches from Laura and stitches from the lady who sent me that fabulous package. And they are all going to get put up in the shop. And I'm excited about it. I just want this. I want the shop. I want you to walk. I want it to feel like an emporium. I want you to walk in and be like, oh. I don't want you to be so overstimulated that you can't think, but you know, a stitch tucked here and a stitch tucked there and a stitch tucked everywhere. Why not, right? Yes, I think it's fabulous. And then, and like I said, The rest of it will come together. Let's talk linen. Yeah, let's talk linen. All right, I'm going to reach right here. So if I come off the camera for a minute, just be for a second, you can see the chaos of which is my shipping and pattern storage. All right. Last week we talked Christmas night. This is an Atomic Ranch. That's pretty true to color. It's dark. I've got a stitch going on this. I bought this last year when we were at the Shanty Stitcher. I think so. In August. And I love stitching on it. The thing with dark fabrics though is you gotta have your coverage right or it's just gonna seep through your threads. And so I think that's my problem with the one I've got started on it is you just see the dark. And I don't want to use 2 threads. So I gotta kind of get that stitch out and maybe think about it. My friend Angie from Hoopy Hobby, she stitched the same stitch I stitched, and I really like the way hers looks. So I'm not that far into mine that I can't figure something out, but I gotta make some choices. So that's Christmas night. I know where my glasses are. Put them over here. Oh, fox. Have you guys seen this red? Is it not amazing? Now this red, it's pretty true to cut. Well, yeah, that's pretty true. Some pieces have a little yellow in it. They're pretty. I don't know that it screams Christmas to me though. But this one just makes me smile. I bought a piece from the Crafty Girl Molken at the Library Stitchers Retreat. So once I saw it, I knew I had to have it. So I ordered it for the shop. I love this one. Okay, I'll be honest with you. If you told me aquamarine ever, I'd be like, no, I'm not a turquoise person. I don't know, but this makes me happy. How can I not? Any summer stitch, any spring stitch, perfect. Even Christmas. Think of putting like silver and gold on that. Yes. Okay, this one I love. Look at this. The variegations throughout, but I feel like on that closer to the outside because this is their seam, this is my serge over here, but this is called Pistachio. I think I want to do, I hope there's a Spring Swan by Lucy Beam. I don't know if there is. Maybe I should look that up. Or maybe she's just working on her Swan series, but I think that'd be fun to do that on. All right, look at this one. It's called Forget Me Not. This is the perfect. Well, that's pretty true to color. Yeah, pretty true to color. It's just the gentlest blue. Great modeling. We talked about, okay, so those are most of the colors. My colors from Grace Notes will be here, not the end of the week, the beginning of next week, because I actually called her Monday and she was able to sneak in 4 yards of Michelle for me. Michelle's what Celebrations is stitched on, if you wanted to use the called for color. Again, this one's Tin Roof by Weeks. This one's not really, yeah, I guess maybe it is true to color. I love this one. I'm really almost tempted to do the house on this one. Celebrations. I got a week to commit. Look at this one. This is linen. Oh, I didn't get parchment out. Well, I showed you parchment last week, but this is linen. This is just a good neutral. I feel like this is a neutral you should just put in your stash. You know, your go-to. Oh. I I got the, I thought I dunked it in my water here, but I didn't. So I made a mess when I did that. All right, this one's a good one. This is Pyrite, right? Yep, Pyrite by Cedar River. That one is not. Oh, maybe. No. All the way back here. No, I can't get that one to come in. Yeah, there it is. That's it. It's perfect. I think I've got like 3 stitches going on Pyrite. It's a good neutral. Just a little bit of coloring in it. Modeling. I think I do have like 3 stitches. And last, now I have more. I have Coffee Stain. It's en route. I have a Boreal, which is the green from Cedar River. It's coming. I just grabbed out of the 32 drawer because to me 32 is easiest to see. And it runs pretty true between the 36 and the 16. So, and this one is Spindrift. And that's pretty true to color. I have one 40 count fabric, and I think that's Salt Ash. Somebody asked if I was going to carry 40 count, and I will. And I will probably start to build up my 40 count in the next round of fabric orders. Right now, I was just really trying to get enough that people had choices on the website, and I love it. I'm not complaining, but I never want you to click on the link that says order and there not to be a piece here. So I'm working on it. It'll take a little bit of time. Rome wasn't built in a day, but man, I sure wish the Cross Stitch Emporium could be like this and I could be done. No, that's not true. I'm enjoying this adventure, but there are moments. Like when you come home overheated and there's a whole bunch of boxes in your room and you're like, I'm going to do that tomorrow. Which was a wise choice. Otherwise, I would have been here for a long time as I was dreaming and looking at all of that generous gift. So, all right. With that, it's just a quick video today to pop in. You will not see me till next week sometime. The store will always be open. If you order Friday, it will not ship till Monday because we will likely not be back in time on Saturday to go to the Pony Express office because, you know, it's a 7-hour drive and we don't know what time Drew will actually get out of school on Saturday. Saturday's the exchange day where they go from first term to second term and he has second term off and then he has to be back for third term. So last year I had first term off. It was fun. It's fun to have adult kids and, you know, be part of their lives, but not control their lives, you know. Anyways, it's really going to be fun at Christmas time. Christmas time is the first time the 4 of us will be together and everyone will be 21. Drew turns 21 this year. I am not old enough to have a 21-year-old, let alone a 24-year-old, but I do. Who knew? All right. Until then, I hope you remember to imagine, believe, and create. Because I think it'll bring your soul happiness. Oh. This one is true. I have to remind myself about this. It says, it's not the things we do in life that wear us down. It's what we don't do. How true. How true flipping that script. Just do it. Try it. I love the marine quilter. It's just linen and thread. At the end of his thing, he always says, it's just linen and it's just thread. And I'm like, yeah, no one's going to die. No one's going to die if your stitch isn't perfect. For example, I'm going to tell on myself. Hang on, I'm going to bend down really quick. You see how fabulous she looks? My little girl is an inch. She is a row short. I forgot to add the row between here and the blue necklace thing. And you want to know when I realized it? When I'm looking at the pattern, I'm trying to figure out why my pigtails are touching her shoulders. By the time I was putting the pigtails in, her head was done, her hair was done, the hat was done. And for whatever reason this morning when I was finishing this, I kept looking at this sheep and I'm like, what is wrong with it? There wasn't an ear charted on him. No kidding, hang on. Sorry for the back picture. Whoops. All right, you see it? No ear. You see mine? So my sheep got an ear and my girl lost her neck. But I figured that kind of resembles me because I don't have a very long neck. So we're gonna go with our strengths and not our weaknesses. Flip your script. Create, believe, and dream. And come be part of the Cross Stitch Emporium. Whether you just touch base, send an email, like, subscribe, I really appreciate all you do with me and for me. Until next week, may your stitches lie flat.